Welcome to the last Google Hangout of 2014. We are here tonight to chat with University Housing. I'm Sarah Whitney Anderson, a junior public relations major from Dalton, Georgia, and a SOAR leader. And in just a few moments, our two staff from University Housing will introduce themselves. If you have friends who are not able to join us tonight, please join our SOAR YouTube channel. The video will be posted there later on tonight. If you have a few questions, you are welcome to ask our Twitter, which is #GSUSOAR14, and we will be able to answer those on screen. Now let's hear from our University Housing representatives.
I'm Ryan Lance, I'm the Assistant Director for Occupancy and Technology Services.
And my name is Sarah Bailey, and I'm one of our Assistant Directors in Residence Education.
All right, well, let's get started. First question, what does the move-in schedule look like? How do students know when and where to go?
Move-in's going to really depend on which day you're actually checking in. If you come in on Friday, August 15th, you'll check in at the RAC if you're checking in between 9 a.m. and 5 o'clock p.m. Move-in is scheduled by your birthday. If you're born in the months of January to March, you'll check in at 9 a.m. or later. From April to June, it's 10:30 a.m. or later. From July to September, 12 o'clock p.m. or later. From October to December, 1:30 p.m. or later. If you're checking in on Saturday or Sunday, you'll check in directly at your residence hall. When you come in at the RAC, you'll check in there. You'll need to have your EYD card to be able to check in. And then we'll give you a map to go directly from there to your actual hall as well. So the important thing to know is if you do not check in at your residence hall on Friday, you'll check in directly at Friday to Sunday.
And on Friday, August 15th, during normal hours, we will have volunteers available to help you move into your building, help you get parked as close to the building as possible so we can get it moved in with all of your belongings, and then go and park your car and come back and enjoy the rest of the day.
If you're part of one of our other early arrival groups, such as sorority recruitment, marching band, or any of our other groups, those check-ins are a little bit different. If you're checking in for sorority recruitment on Monday, August 11th, you'll check in at the Recreation Activity Center as well from 10 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. and then go directly to your hall at that time. Any other day, you'll check in directly at Watson Commons, and then we will give you your key and directions to get to your hall from there.
Sounds good. All right, next question. Can students change halls after they move in?
The first day of hall change, so this is the day that you can move in your own building, will be on Thursday, August 21st from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock p.m. You're going to do that at your residence hall office area. If you're changing from one building to another, so you're moving from, say, Villa Village to Watson Hall, you'll do that on Tuesday, August 26th from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock p.m. as well. If no spaces are available at that time, we will offer a wait list that we'll continue to use throughout the rest of the semester as well. We're trying to get you into a space that you want to be in at that time.
What furniture and amenities is given to the residence halls, and how do students adjust their beds?
It depends on what residence hall you are living in for the fall. Each of our residence halls have a bed and a mattress, along with a dresser, a desk, and a desk chair, and then some sort of closet or wardrobe for you to use. If you have a kitchen and a living room, we include a stove in most of the places, along with a refrigerator. If it's a kitchen, it's just a refrigerator. And some of our apartments have dishwashers. We also have laundry rooms, and some of our apartments do have a washer and dryer as well. And then there's in the living room, there's a couch, chair, and some end tables as well. If students are interested in adjusting their beds, the height of the bed, or bunking their beds, you can put an email into Melanie Yarley, that's MYARLEY at georgiasouthern.edu. You can send her an email and let her know where you're living, include your student ID number, and all of that information that we might need in order to do that for you. If you do that on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, August the 12th, we will try to have that done before you move in on Friday.
All right. One more time, just to let you know that you can ask questions using the #GSUSOAR14. All right, well, what items are students not allowed to move into the residence halls? And what items do you suggest?
This all really depends on what assignments you receive. For some of our rooms that have a kitchen, we're allowed to bring in different types of cooking appliances, such as a George Foreman grill, or that type of thing. For a good list of our items, we encourage you to go to our website, www.gsuhousing.com/OMI. And that will give you a list of items to bring, as well as recommendations for items to leave at home. Some other items that a lot of people don't really think about, whether or not you need to have your own printer. Each student on campus is given a print quota, We do have printers located in all of our computer labs at each residence hall as well. Some big items to leave at home to make sure that you're doing in that case would be candles, drugs, alcohol if you're under age 21, any pets that you have, with the exception of therapy, registered therapy or documented service animals, or any additional refrigerators or microwaves or other appliances such as that.
Can students stay in the residence halls during breaks? And then what about overnight guests?
All of our residence halls are open for all breaks with the exception of winter break. So that's the break after the conclusion of the fall semester. Centennial Place Building 2, University Villas, and Freedom's Landing will remain open for that winter break. You do have to be a resident living in that building in order to stay. We will offer sign-up for that available on our website so we know which students are still staying in the halls at that time as well. But for breaks such as spring break, Thanksgiving break, or anything like that, our homes will remain open at that time if you choose to stay. The end of the fall semester is December 12th at 12 o'clock noon when our halls close, and then the end of the spring semester is May 9th at 12 o'clock noon.
And then the overnight guests.
In regards to overnight guests, we do allow guests of the same gender to stay with the resident. We allow up to 3 nights in a row, so 72 hours is kind of the threshold of what we allow residents to have guests over. But if you have a guest of the same gender that you do want to have come visit you over the weekend or whatever, you need to get your roommate's approval. Make sure that they're okay with it as well. If you have a sibling who might be of the opposite gender, make some friends down the hallway and maybe they can stay with them for the weekend as well.
All right. Well, what safety precautions are in place for our students?
Safety is a really big deal here at Georgia Southern, not just on the campus in general, but also in our residence halls. The most important aspect of this is, making sure that our doors stay locked all the time, the areas are well lit, our facilities go around nightly and make sure our lights are working in the parking lot, in between the buildings, and so we're really proud of that they take the pride in making sure all of that is safe for our residents. Additionally, our university police do runs through the building at least once or twice a night in every residence hall. Out at Freedom's Landing and University Villas, they do kind of like a drive-through to make sure everything looks normal and things are good. And then we also have panic alarms in each of our rooms, and that is a silent panic alarm. So if somebody was in danger or someone was hurt, if they push that button, University Police will be there within 2 to 3 minutes to make sure everything is okay. And then we also do have our student staff and our professional staff who are on duty. Our student staff does walkthroughs each and every night, at least 2 to 3 times a night. And then our professional staff is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
You work hard, this is it. All right, well, one last question. What events are held after students are moved in?
Well, once you move in on Friday, August 15th, at 8 o'clock p.m., each of our residence halls are having a social. So our student staff and our professional staff will be putting on just a small social for residents to stop by with their parents, their family, their new roommates, whoever they might meet. We'll have ice cream, popsicles, snacks, and some drinks for all of our residents to enjoy. Then on Saturday, August the 16th at 5 o'clock p.m., each of the floors will have their mandatory floor meeting. Those mandatory floor meetings will either be in the lobby of your floor, in the lounge, or they will be in a specified classroom across campus. So make sure you check out the posters that are posted in your hallway to make sure you go to the right place. Then right after your floor meeting is Eagles Night Out at the Rack, which is very popular amongst all of our students. And that goes until 9 or 10 o'clock that night, and we will have buses taking residents out there to the Rack. And then last but not least, on Sunday, August the 17th at 3:30 is Conversations with Professors. And students, you can go log into your Wings account, find the specific location of where your class will be at that time at 3:30 on Sunday.
Perfect. Well, we actually have a Twitter question. So, question, what should parents do while their students are checking in at the Rack?
So while you're at the Rack, we actually have a section set aside for parents. So students will be able to do the check-in process to pick up their keys. And the parents will be able to go meet other campus offices, go talk to the bookstore while they're there, whatever it may be. We try to make this process as quick as possible for students to get them through the line, get their key, because we know that they're really excited to get there. So we just ask that parents set aside for a little while. We have a space set aside for them, as it helps us get through the line quicker. We just have the students going through the line and get their keys at that time.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem you have any more questions coming in, so this is your last chance to send in questions using the same hashtag GSU-SOAR14. I think we're good. So thank you so much for joining us. You can ask questions anytime on the SOAR Twitter account or on the SOAR's Facebook or comment on our Instagram. So just keep on looking for our new updates and share photos with us on the Instagram as well. And thank you for joining us.